Hello everyone and welcome to the online class of Environmental Studies of class 3rd. Children, myself Snigdha Mishra, your EVS teacher. I hope that you all are fine at your home. Children, today we are going to discuss about lesson number 3 of our textbook, that is different people, different work. Here in this chapter, we will go through the following topics: introduction, different types of work, household work, leisure time, child labor, measure for preventing child labor, and at last we will conclude the chapter by recap shots. So let's start our lesson. The first topic of this chapter is introduction. Everybody requires money to fulfill the basic needs of life. To earn money, people do some work. The kind of work a person does to earn money is called his or her occupation. Children, when you demand for chocolates, clothes, toys to your parents, then what they do? They purchase these things for you. But children, have you think ever that from where they got money to purchase these things? Children, people need to work to earn money so they can get the basic things they need in life. The work that people do to earn money is their job or occupation. Now the next topic of this chapter is different types of work. People engage in numerous occupations. Here are some of them: sellers, menders and fitters, entertainers, service providers, makers or producers of things. Children, people have different kinds of jobs. They work at home, in an office, on a farm, or at a school. A postman, plumber, carpenter, doctor, teacher, house helper, nurse, and bus drivers are examples of different kinds of people who help us. Children, every job is equally important and we should respect all jobs. First one is sellers. There are some people who sell different things. They are known as sellers. We buy these things from them in the market. First one is stationers. A person who sells study materials like notebooks, pencils, diaries, etc. is known as stationer. Second one is drapers. A person who sells clothes is known as draper. Third one is florist. A person who sells flower is known as florist. Next one is greengrocers. A person who sells fruits and vegetables is known as greengrocer. Now the next category is menders and fitters. There are some people who repair different things we use. They are known as menders and fitters. Motor mechanics. A person who repair vehicles such as car, etc. is known as motor mechanic. The next one is electricians. A person who fix electric cables and repair television sets is known as electrician. The next one is plumbers. A person who repairs pipes and taps is known as plumber. The next one is cobblers. A person who repairs sandal and shoes is known as cobbler. The next category is entertainers. Some people present shows and concert or participate in recreational events to entertain their viewers. They are known as entertainers. First one is comedians and jokers. A person who do different things to make us laugh is known as comedians and jokers. The next one is singers. A person who sings songs is known as singer. The next one is dancers. Dancers who dance on the stage. Next one is musician. A person who composes beautiful music is known as musician. The next one is actors. A person who acts in plays and films is known as actor. Now the next category is service providers. There are many people who provides useful services to different types. They are known as service providers. The first one is teachers. Teachers who teach us. Doctors. A person who treats patient is known as doctor. The next one is nurse. Nurses who look after the sick. Next one is police. Police persons who are responsible for our safety and security. The next one is pilots. Pilots who fly aeroplanes. The next one is drivers. A person who drives trains, buses and taxis are known as drivers. Now the next category is makers or producers of things. There are people who produce or make different things. They are known as makers or producers. The first one is carpenters. A person who makes wooden objects such as furniture is known as carpenter. The next one is tailors. A person who stitches clothes is known as tailor. The next one is masons. A person who builds houses is known as masons. The next one is shoemakers. A person who makes footwears or shoes is known as shoemakers. The next one is farmers. A person who grows crops in fields is known as farmers. Potters. A person who makes pots we use for different purposes is known as potters. Next one is bakers. A person who bakes cakes, biscuits, etc. is known as bakers. Children, they all work to make our life happy and comfortable. Now, the next topic of this chapter is household work. In most of the families, either both the parents or one of them work outside. They work to earn money. In many families, the mother is a homemaker. She takes care of the household work. Children, at home, family members work together and help each other. Our parents go to work so that they can provide things for us. At home, they do the household work, buy things needed at home, help their children with their studies, and take care of family members when they fall ill. In most of the families, both the parents are working or one of them work outside to earn money so they can fulfill the basic needs of the family. In many families, the mother is a homemaker. She cooks food, does the household chores, look after the children and takes care of household work. Apart from working outside, father also performs some household tasks. Both parents help children in their studies. Elderly people in the family usually stay at home. When both the parents work away from home, grandparents look after the children. Father do household work like buying groceries, submitting electricity bill, etc. along with working outside. Both parents help children in their studies. Some families are big families where the grandparents may also help with the housework. When both the parents work away from home, grandparents look after the children. For example, the grandmother sometimes cooks food while the grandfather goes out to drop the children to the bus stop and pick them when they came from the school. Sometimes elderly people also do some other work, such as teaching children, narrating stories to them, and playing with them. Children also help their parents and grandparents in many ways. For instance, they water plants, lay the table, dust the furniture, and set everything in proper order. Children, all members of a family, must share the responsibilities of housework. Children also help their family with tasks at home. These can be tidying up the bedroom, packing school bags, laying the table for dinner, and helping in carrying the dishes from the table after meals. They can also help in simple tasks like watering the plants and keeping their clothes in their cupboard. A family in which all members help each other is a happy family. Now, the next topic of this chapter is leisure time. The time when we are free from any work is called a leisure time. During this time, we choose to do something different from the routine work. The best way to enjoy this break from work is to have fun and feel relaxed. This is known as recreation. A family spends the leisure time performing a number of recreational activities. Children, when we do some work continuously, then we feel bored and it would make us dull. So, proper break is needed. When we are free from any work, then it is known as leisure time. We can do lots of things to spend our leisure time, such as singing, dancing, painting, watching movies, etc. The activity that we do to spend our leisure time is called recreation. Families spend the leisure time performing a number of recreational activities. Sometimes they go out together to watch a movie or circus. They may also visit a fair, zoo, restaurant, some relative's house, or some important place. Now, the next topic of this chapter is child labor. There are many children in our country who want to go to school but cannot due to the lack of money. They earn money for their families by cleaning cars, selling things on street, serving at dhabas, and working as domestic help or laborers in factories. This practice is called child labor. Children, there are many people in our country who are poor. They do not have enough money for their daily needs and certainly not enough left to send their children to school. In such families, the children too need to take up a job or some kind of work to earn money for their families. In some cases, children work in the morning and do odd jobs such as cleaning people's car, ironing clothes, selling tea, delivering newspaper and milk to homes. Some of them also attend school in the afternoon. There are others who work all day at tea stalls or dhabas as domestic helps in houses, in factories that make clothes or firecrackers, in mines, or as street hawkers selling things on the road to earn money. These children cannot go to school at all. When children are employed to work for money, then it is called child labor. These children work in unhealthy conditions which can be harmful for their health. They work for long hours and are not paid as much as an adult for the same kind of work. In the following pictures, you can see how children are working to earn money. Now, the next topic of this chapter is measures for preventing child labor. The practice of child labor has been banned by the Government of India. Many social workers and organizations are raising their voice against child labor. Government of India has also taken many important steps to end the practice of child labor. For example, right to education is now a fundamental right. Moreover, the government has launched a program called Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Under this program, children get free education besides uniform, bags, and books. Midday meals are also served to the children who attended classes. Children, every child has the right to study and play. Child labor is a problem that is present all over the world. It can be seen not only in India but also the other countries of the world. In India, it is illegal to employ a child below the age of 14 years. However, there are such children all over the country. It is important to find ways to stop this. There are many organizations like Child Rights and You, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, and the Kailash Satyarthi Children's Foundation that work towards putting an end to child labor and make the world child friendly. Government of India has also taken many important steps to improve the condition of these children. Being a citizen of India, we are having some rights which are known as fundamental rights. In our country, right to education is a fundamental right. Means every child has right to education. Government of India also have launched a program known as Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Under this program, it is compulsory for every child of 14 years and below to attend school. This act helps poor children to go to school without their parents having to spend money on their school fee, uniform, books, and bags. The midday meal in government schools was started so that the children coming to these schools would not be hungry. Children, now we will conclude this chapter by recap shots. People do different types of work. Work done by the people to earn money is called occupation. People engage in different types of occupation. Members of a family do many things together. In a family, parents, children, and elderly people divide the work among themselves. Apart from their work, they also save some time for doing things different from what they do every day. This is called a leisure time. There are many children who are forced to work so that they can earn money for their families. This practice is called child labor. Numerous steps have been taken by the Government of India to end child labor. That's all about the explanation part of this chapter. Thank you.